if you don't let them in, what can they do, right? Thankfully, they have a very strong love, and the connection is real. And so, thankfully, they're still going to be there, although you've been pulling back, right? And so this is you, this is them, and this is the effect on the connection to your mind, your body, and your soul, your mental state, your physical state, your spiritual and emotional state. This is very powerful, right? This is a painful place to be. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of worry, and rightfully so. This isn't just some kind of like chemical imbalance. You've been through a lot, and obviously these things are real that have happened, right? And it's difficult, and this person has been able to provide that motivation before, but just for some reason right now it's not really connecting with you. And frankly, it's hurting them also, because they always feel good when they think they're making you feel good. Even those times where you were faking it for them, they believed that they were helping, and it really did a lot for them, and they strive to help you with that. Now, as far as the respect on your mind, though, this connection here, if you allow this person in, puts you in a very good place. This is an idea of, it's kind of ecstasy. It's a blissful place of joy, of rest, emotionally and mentally. That rest is really important. And some people that just are that for you, that just talking to them, you feel better. Just seeing them puts you in a good place. You have to let that in. They're there. As far as the body is concerned, what we see here is strength, and that's interesting. The strength is an inner strength, and it comes up when it's necessary. Sometimes we don't know how strong we are until we're tested, until something happens, and then we're forced to recognize, oh wow, I made it through that. You may see some of that coming up with this connection here too, right? They may be the one that kind of reminds you of that, because it's not always easy to remember that. Don't forget, no matter everything you've been through, you're here. You're here. You did it. You made it. Now, as far as spiritually and the soul is concerned, this is probably to do with a lot of what's coming from here as well. The soul card that you have is the Tower, and the Tower is one of these ideas of basically there's no avoiding the destruction, right? It's either going to crumble or blow away. Your job is to get out, because there's nothing you can do. This sense is not real. The reality is the place where you come from, which is where you are now. Your higher self that's at the end of time, waiting for you to catch up, is indestructible, is immortal. You, the identity that you've chosen for yourself and that you perpetuate, is mortal and can be destroyed. What the lesson here is to allow that process, because what happens is when the self disappears, what you're left with is truth. Because the self is something that we create on a moment-to-moment basis by identifying with these thought patterns and our past experience, or the work that we do to try to heal the wounds that life has dealt us. And I think that therein lies the fallacy. There is no healing. Healing is the implication of taking something and trying to make it what it used to be. And I think that what's much more appropriate is to recognize that that's impossible, and instead create something new. So you're not trying to make it what it used to be. You're trying to allow it to become what it's destined to be and can be. So the idea here of the Tower is the dissolution of the self, so that truth can shine through. It's the difference between reflecting the world as a mirror and shining your own inner light. And when you shine your own inner light, that draws attention, and it can begin to clear that cloud. And this Nine of Swords can be moved into a different energy when the two of you are able to connect and to draw this inner strength that comes from this person. Okay, so let them in. They love you, and it's okay. And it's also okay to give yourself permission to feel joy. You've been through a lot, and you've suffered enough. You're allowed to smile. If you have any additional questions about that, or would look, like some help on how to slip out of this situation here, give me a call or a text message. I'll be happy to discuss that with you, or you can email or direct message, and we'll go from there, okay? You are loved, and you deserve it. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.